Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome back to few students who were there in our ninth session also and are here with us. Welcome back everyone, and good evening to the students who are joining us for the very first time. Happy to see you, all of you here. And before I joined us, the session, right, I was just going through the chat. It's so funny, right? You guys chat a lot. Good. Okay everyone, so let's start our class. I'm sure all of you are super excited for an amazing session, right? So yesterday we had a proper class where we have, we've discussed about the whole chapter of how do organisms reproduce. And in today's class, we will be discussing some of the important questions from the important concepts, right? Thank you, Keshavi, for telling me that I'm audible and I'm visible. Yes? Awesome, everyone. So we have good number of students with all of us. On that note, everyone, let's start our class, right? Here we go. Yes, Gungun. Good evening, everyone. Right, before we begin this session, right, I would request all of you, to actually hit the like button. This is really very important. Hit the like button, right? Subscribe to the channel because it's really very important. You will be getting the notification, and that will be actually helping you to join our sessions whenever we are having them. On that note, about the homework, right? I saw many of you actually did the homework. That's really very good. So it's good that you guys are doing the homework, right? And let me just quickly, just take the names of the kids who are the students who have actually did the homework. So we have Santosh, we have Ishakant Khan, we have Mohammad Anzar, we have Nikesh, we have Gungun, Bhavya, Yasharth, we have Preetam, right? We have Charvi, Manjeet, Keshvi, Charvi again, right? Very good. So yeah, many of you have actually, have done the homework. Very good, everyone. So see, this is what we need, right? Of course, like if you write the questions, we'll be going through the solutions, and of course, it's when you go out there, you're writing the, when you're writing the correct answer, you will be writing, you will be thinking, spending some time how to frame the answer. Yes, and of course, you can aram do it in your examination. So this is really very important. I would request, right, all of you to write the homeworks in the chat box so that we have the answers with us, right? Disha, no worries, you can write today, right? It'll be great. Yes, it'll be super great. Awesome. So that's really very important. So again, very important thing. Ayushman, you can go to the previous video where we have discussed about the how do organisms reproduce. One short video, right? We have the questions at the end of the session. You can go over there. You can check the questions, and then you can easily write in the comment section below. Yes. So the next class I'll be looking for the more names, everyone. On that note, let's start very quickly. Yes, let's quickly start with today's session. We have some amazing questions from the chapter, how do organisms reproduce? And over here, we have the question. We'll be going into the breakage of the question. We'll be talking about the solution, right? How you can write in the examination and their marks, right? The marks split up also. Here we have the first question. The question is really very easy. I'm sure all of us will be able to answer this question, that reproduction is linked to the stability of the population of a species. We have to justify our answer. It's a very easy question, right? We know that reproduction is really very important. We have to link it with the stability of the population. Very good, Bhavya. It actually helps in the continuation of the species. Very good. I can see the answers already. That means that when you guys were there with us, right, in the previous class, we paid attention to it. Yes, very good. So over here, let's quickly talk about the whole process. We have the reproduction. We know that in the process of reproduction, we'll be seeing the production of the offspring, which will be similar, right? Or biological identical. Biologically similar, right? We can say that biologically similar. They cannot be the identical, right? So they will be biologically similar. And of course, we'll be having the offspring will have various different characteristics, right, from the parents. Very easy definition. Similarity will be there, right, biologically in the parent and the offspring. So we know that the reproduction is important, and of course I told you that it's really very important. There are three important points for us to remember. First, of course, there is a production of the variation. Reproduction helps in the variation, right? And this will be leading to the evolution. Then of course it actually help in the continuity of the species and prevent the animals from and the various different species from the extinction, right? They'll not be going completely extinct. Very good. Yes, very good, Bandana. They will be similar but not identical. Yes. Very good, everyone. I can see your answers. Very good, Sia, Sukhjot, Diksha. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Diksha. Very good, Nityala. Thank you so much, Wasim. Very good, Disha. Easy peasy, right? Yes, Yash. Yes, Shart. Very good, Charvi. Awesome. Good. Now that we are done with this question, we'll be focusing on the main point, which is to actually help in maintaining the continuity of the species. Right? Species over here. So, of course, this is how you can write the answer in your examination. So, over here, see, just take a quick screenshot of this, right? So, we know reproduction is a process of producing the offspring that are biologically or genetically similar to the parent organism, and hence it is vital for the continuation of the species and also increase the number of the organism of the species and stabilizing the population. This is how you can frame the answer in the examination. And for the marks, of course, we have 1 and 1 marks. Very good, Keshavi. You're helping us with 1 marks each. Yes, very good, very good. So we have this question, right? It was a very easy question. A smiley for all of us. Claps for all of us because we did good. And now let's move ahead to the next question, right? Here we have a next question, everyone. I want all of you to pay attention. We can easily finish this session really very quickly, right? Because you have another session also. And more than that, it's really very important for us to stay focused. Chandni, right, observe a small potato plant attached to the potato. Interesting, right? So we have that this particular Chandni, right, she actually observed a small potato plant attached to the potato plant. Yes. Which is the method of reproduction observed in the above case? We have the answers with us, right? We're talking about the vegetative propagation. You're absolutely correct. We're talking about the vegetative propagation. We have discussed that vegetative propagation is nothing but a propagation where the plant's parts that are not the reproductive parts will be producing a new plant like roots, stems and the leaves, right? So over here, we'll see the modification, right? The modified stem will be helping in the development of the new plant. Over here we have the bud, right? And this bud will be growing into the new plant. And over here we have the examples of potato and the onion. So we have the answer with us, right? And this is how you can write the answer in your examination, that, the method is called as a vegetative propagation. This method we use the vegetative parts. We can mention clearly that in this particular method, there will be the use of the vegetative parts like stem, roots and the leaves, right? Instead of the reproductive parts, that such as the flowers we have, right? And this is how you can write the answer. And of course, the question is for 1 marks because it has 2 parts. That was the A part. And now let's talk about the B part of it, right? Over here, then we have to name 2 more plants that follow the similar technique of propagation. Yes. Now, in this particular question, we are asking that we have to name 2 more plants that follow a similar technique of vegetative propagation. So, of course, we can give the other examples. So, if they're asking about the modification of the roots, you can give the example of the sweet potato and the carrot. If they're talking specifically about the stem, we can write the example of the potato, ginger and onion also. And if they're talking about the leaf, we can write about the Bryophyllum and Begonia, right? Very good, very good. I can see the answers. Super happy. I think I'm the happiest teacher today. Very good, everyone. I'm so proud of you. You guys are doing amazing. The chat box is flooded with the answers. I'm so proud of you. Very good, everyone. So we have this, right? And this is how you can write this particular question in your examination. We can write the sweet potato and Bryophyllum. Use such of the techniques like vegetative propagation. For their propagation, you can be very specific about that. In sweet potato the root will be helping in the vegetative propagation, and in Bryophyllum, the leaves will be there. So we here 1/2 marks, and of course that's how we have, and we'll get the 2 marks right from this particular question. Yes, I hope that you got this. It was a very easy question, right? Yo, very good. Yes, now let's move to the next question. Over here we have offspring and parents of organism reproduce sexually have a same number of the chromosome. Now I want you to answer this particular question, right? We're talking about the sexual reproduction where the offspring and the parent, right, when they reproduce sexually, they have same number of the chromosomes. Can you give me the reason for it? Come on, it's a very easy question. We have discussed about it. Yes? Yes, Gungun. We have fun with the learning? Yes. I can see the answers. Ishkit Khan have been mentioning about the meiosis. Very good. Meiosis, okay. Because of the cell division of the meiosis. Each parent will be contributing to equal number of the chromosomes. Very good. Very good. Let's quickly discuss this question and let's see how we can write the answer in the examination. So this particular question, we are talking about the offspring and parents, right? That when the parents are reproducing sexually, the offspring will have, will have the good number of the chromosome. And of course, they have the same number of the chromosome and we have to give the reason for it. So let's talk about the cell division. In the last class, there was a huge shout out to explain what is meiosis and the mitosis. So I'm taking a small movement over here in today's class to revise about these two important processes. So let's quickly talk about the cell division. We have two types. We have mitosis, which occurs in the skin, the different parts of our body, be it any organ, right, internally our body. We have the mitosis. So mitosis is a very simple process. Whatever chromosomes are there, right? Let's just suppose there are 2n, right? If they have the double copy of the chromosome as we have in the humans, right, over there, they will be replicating it, right? The replication will occur. And of course, during the cell division, we'll see the formation of two daughter cells. These two daughter cells will have the exact number of chromosome. If this has 2n, this will be having 2n, over here also 2n, right? So, whatever we have in the parent, right, will be moving to the daughter cells. This is the mitosis process. Everyone, are we clear with it? You can take a screenshot of this, right? Easily you can take a screenshot of it. That is the mitosis, which occurs in the various different parts of our body. Now let's talk about the meiosis. Now, meiosis is a very special process that occurs in the germ cells only. Right? In the germ cells only. Or we can say the gametes, like in the sperm and the ovum. Right? So, in the meiosis process, the number of the chromosomes, of course, will be getting replicated. During the further cell division, we'll see the reduction happening. Right? This is important. First, of course, we'll see the reduction happening, and then, of course, the exact number of copies will be going there. So, if in the parent we have 2n, by the end of the meiosis, we'll just have the n. Are we clear with this? The number of the chromosome will become half. Ma'am, is DNA doubled in both kind of divisions? So, see, DNA is a double helical structure. Replication of DNA will occur. Replication will occur, right? Making the exact copy of itself. Yes, very good. Nithila? Yes? So, are we clear with these two processes? Meiosis and mitosis, right? So, when we talk about the sperm and the ovum, they are being produced by the process of meiosis. Meiosis process occurs in the germ cell, whereas mitosis is happening in one of the easiest example that I always remember is the skin, right? Now that we have this understanding about the mitosis and meiosis, we'll be focusing on the sexual reproduction, right? We know that in the sexual reproduction, there is the involvement of the two parents. Gametes are produced. So over here we have the female and over here we have the male. They will be contributing the equal number of the chromosomes. In the egg, we have 46 chromosome. In the sperm, we also have 46 chromosome. Zygote over here, right over here, sorry, N. So over here we have 46 chromosome, over here we have 46 chromosome. After the process of meiosis, what will happen? In the ovum, we'll have 23 chromosome and in the sperm, there will be the 23 chromosome. Right? Are we clear? Are we clear with this fact? Everyone, give me a thumbs up. Initially, the number is 46, right? As the division will occur, as the production of ovum and the sperm will occur in the male and female reproductive system, the number of chromosomes will become half from 46 to 23. Then when these 23 and 23 will fuse together, we'll see the formation of the zygote, and again the chromosome number will become double, right? 2n. Interesting, right? 23 from the mother and 23 from the father. The total will be 46. Simple maths, right? Yes, of course, in bio we have maths. Yes? So, the zygote has 2n. And of course, as the zygote will be developing, we know that it will be first, we call it as the embryo. And of course, further, we have the young ones of the fetus. Yes? So, are we clear with the particular understanding about the cell division of the mitosis, meiosis? Right? So, over here, if we have to write this particular question in the examination, this is how you can write the answer. During the sexual reproduction, the gametes formed by the meiosis, right? And each gamete receives half the total set of chromosome. Yes? Then, hence with the fertilization, the original or the number of chromosomes will be getting restored, one from each parent. The offspring will get the same amount of DNA as their parent. Easy? Very good, everyone. And over here we have the marks 1 plus 1, that is 2. Very good, right? It's a very, very important question. Can be asked in a various different way. They can easily twist the question, but the answer will remain the same, right? If they're talking about that how much chromosome the offspring will be getting, this answer will be there. Right? Awesome. So we're done with this question. Thank you, Harsh. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zainab. Yes. Very good. Let's move to the next question, everyone. We have this question where we have two persons. We have Nimesh and Geeta are planning to conceive a baby, and these are there in the late 20s, right? And not now, right? That's why they want to use the contraceptive methods to avoid the unwanted pregnancy. Now, it's a very important topic that we have studied yesterday that comes under the contraception. So, the first part of the question is, explain any two types of contraceptive measures. So, now let's discuss about it. We know that contraception will be helping the various individual to avoid the unwanted pregnancy and to avoid the sexually transmitted diseases. So let's quickly discuss about the different methods we have. So we have 4 important methods. We have barrier method, intrauterine method, hormonal method, and surgical method. Let's quickly discuss about them. So first we have the barrier method. Now this method will be helping us to create the barrier between the sperm and the female reproductive system so that the sperms will not be able to enter into the female reproductive system. Over there we have 2. We have male condoms and the female condoms, right? And these will be helping in avoiding the interaction of the sperms into the female reproductive system. Second we have is the intrauterine device that can be easily inserted into the uterus of a female. These are made up of the copper, and copper will be releasing, like this copper T will be releasing the copper ions. And if this particular copper T is there in the female reproductive system, if there is an entry of the sperm, the movement or the mobility of these sperms can be restricted or can be made it really very slow. So when that will happen, they will not be able to reach the fallopian tube and the fertilization process will not occur. Then of course the side effect of this copper T or the intrauterine device is that they might create an infection in the female reproductive system. Moving ahead to the next, we have the hormonal method. Now in hormonal method, we have anti-pregnancy pills. These are the oral pills a female can take, right? And these pills will be changing the hormonal level in the female's body. These hormones plays a very important role in maintaining the pregnancy. One of the important hormone is the progesterone. So these pills will be making the hormonal imbalance there in the body, right? So, of course, the side effect over here is that it might create a hormonal imbalance in the female's body. Yes, everyone? I hope you are there with me. We are talking about the various contraceptive methods. We have covered the 3. And now here we are talking about the last method, that is the surgical method. Now this is kind of the last solution that the various individual takes over here. The surgery will be performed based on surgical method performed by the experienced doctor. The fallopian tube will be blocked, right, with the help of a surgery to stop the ovum to meet the sperm. So if the fallopian tube is cut and tie, of course, will not be able to see the fertilization happening. Then we have the vasectomy, where the vas deferens, which is a tube, right, which is a duct that carries the sperms to the urethra, right, of course it will be cut and blocked, so that of course the sperm's pathway can be stopped. It might cause infection in both the reproductive system. So over here we have the clear understanding about the different contraceptive methods. We can write any two, right, over here. Over here we have written about the mechanical barrier methods, right, and over here we have the uterine methods. We have 4 on in total. You can write any two. Yes? So are we clear about it? Yes, everyone, are we clear? It's a very, very important topic, usually asked for 2 marks, and over here we have the answer. So if this particular question comes in your examination, you can write these points. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now over here, moving to the B part of the question, right? That was the A part, and now we are moving to the B part. Yes, Charvi, it will be there. So menstrual cycle will be there, which is stopping the fusion of the male and the female gametes, right? The production of the ovum will be there. Yes, so over here we have the B part, that which contraceptive methods is the safest to use without any risk or side effects. Very easy part. So the best contraceptive methods is the use of the condoms, which comes under the barrier method, right? They will not be causing any infection, and of course will be protecting the individual from the sexually transmitted diseases also, and will be helping them to avoid any kind of pregnancy. Barrier method, yes. We can write the barrier method and then we can write the examples of it. Yes, are we clear with this question? Yes? Yes, everyone? Very good. So I can see the answers. I really want to see a smiley chain so that we are clear with this part. Awesome. We still have a few questions. Let's quickly move ahead. Very good. Moving to the next question we have. It's a very, very interesting question. Oh, I can see a lot of smileys and a thumbs up. Very good, everyone. Here we have a question on the flower. A very interesting question and super easy. So in a bisexual flower, right, in spite of the young stamen which has been removed, and I want all of you to focus over here. It's a very twisted question. So in a bisexual flower, we know that a bisexual flower will have both the reproductive system together. Male reproductive system as well as the female reproductive system. But in spite of removing the young and stamen, so that we don't have the male reproductive system over there, being removed artificially, the flower still produces a fruit. What is a suitable explanation for it? And of course, I can see in the chat box a suitable explanation for that. That is the cross-pollination. So, we know that in cross-pollination, the anther will be producing the pollen grains, and the pollen grains of one flower will be growing, right, and will be getting transferred on the stigma of the another flower altogether, right? Yes? Over here we have, so even if after the types of, even if we have removed the stamen from one particular flower, it can easily produce the fruit, right? It can easily get the pollen from the another flower altogether. And of course, we call that whole process as the cross-pollination. So we can write the definition of the cross-pollination. The above situation explain the possibility of the cross-pollination. Flowers will be receiving the male gamete, which can easily, right, which can easily received by the pollens, right, of course, by the other flowers, and of course will be dropping on the stigma, and of course we'll see the growth, right? And this is how you can write the answer. 1 + 1, 2. Yes, Manik. Yes. Okay. So we are discussing about the cross pollination. तो क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन में क्या हो रहा है? पोलन ग्रेन्स एक फ्लावर से मूव होके ट्रांसफर होके दूसरे फ्लावर के स्टिग्मा पे आएंगे, एंड ऑफ कोर्स जैसे वो आएंगे विल सी द ग्रोथ ऑफ द पोलन ट्यूब, एंड आफ्टर दैट विल सी द पॉलिनेशन द फर्टिलाइजेशन हैपनिंग. Okay, very good. So are we clear with this particular question? It was a very easy, super easy question. Got it? Very good. Yes. Okay, moving to the next one, everyone over here. Again, a very interesting and super easy question of asexual reproduction over here. Can you consider cell division a type of reproduction in unicellular organism? What do you think? Can a cell division be called as a mode of reproduction? We have seen this, right? We have to give the reason for it. Kindly answer over here. Thank you, Suhani. Thank you so much. Yes, please tell me. Very good. Army of TM word. I think you have answered it. Yes, yes, yes. I can see Bandana. Very good. Very good. You guys are writing the name of the organism, and of course writing the process name. Yes, it is possible We can see it aram se in the binary fission, right? Where we have the parent cell which will just dividing it. And from there, we'll have the new daughter cells. We know that in the binary fission, we'll see the splitting of the cell into two, right? And of course, first the nucleus will divide, and then of course, we'll have the cytoplasmic division, and there we'll have the two daughter cells, right? Over here. So over here, we have the definition of binary fission, and that is possible. So it's basically the cell division. So the answer will be yes. Yes, the cell division can be a mode of reproduction. So over here, cell division can be considered as a reproductive method in the unicellular organism. We have the example of amoeba, and you can write about the paramecium also, leishmania also, right? So because of these organisms like amoeba reproduce asexually by the binary fission, in which of course the cell will divide into two, and of course it will be genetically alike daughter cells. Easy peasy. This is a very easy question. Yes? So 2 marks over here, and this is how you'll be getting the 2 marks. The split is in this way. Yes. Are we clear with this? Yes. We are talking about the unicellular organism. Important thing over here. See, you have to remember the organism, right? The question is talking about only the unicellular organism. We are not discussing about the multicellular organism. So we are focusing on the unicellular organism over here. Very good. I can see a lot of smileys and a lot of thumbs up. Very good. Moving to the next question, everyone over here. Okay, we have a question on plant. Okay, in a cucumber plant, the male gamete has seven chromosomes, and the question is, what is the number of chromosome in the female gamete? So can you tell me that whether the cucumber plant is a bisexual flower, right, or bisexual plant or a unisexual plant? Basically, does it have both the flowers, like both the male and female reproductive system together, or it has different? Important thing for us to identify over here is this. We're talking about the cucumber plant. Is it a bisexual flower or a unisexual flower? Come on everyone, write in the chat box very quickly. Very good, very good. Okay, there's a mix of the answer. Think about it, right? Yes. So we have this right over here. Different flowers over here we have, different flowers. So over here we have it, right? So it's very similar to the humans, right? The sexual reproduction. So we have 2n, the 7 number of chromosome over here in male, right? And in female also. Of course, the process of meiosis will occur, right? And of course, the number of the chromosomes will be getting halved. Over here we have the egg, right? And of course over here we have the pollen grain, right? Fertilization will occur. We'll have the 2n. So the answer is yes, right? Yes, the number of chromosomes that will be there in the female will be 7 only. Then only the zygote can be easily formed, right? That will have the exactly the same number of the parent. Yes? Very good. So over here we have the answer. So both male and female gametes will have the same number of chromosome, and hence the number of the chromosome in the female gamete will be 7, and we have the 1 marks. Very good. So I can see the correct answer over there. Very good, everyone. Moving to the B part of the question, right? The B part of the question. That is, what is the number of chromosome in the zygote? You have just seen, right? What will happen if there is 7 plus 7? What will happen? We have the N. When there is a fusion, how many which will have? Like, what will have? 7 only? Right? 14. You tell me. What will be the number of chromosome in the zygote? Think about it. One thing first we are sure, it will be a diploid number, right? It will divide, and of course we'll have it. So we can easily write the answer in this particular way. You guys are absolutely correct. It will be 14, right? So we have the 7 number. So 7 plus 7, right? Of course we'll have the 14. Very good. Very good. It was a very easy question, right? See, you got this question, and these are very interesting and very important questions. These questions are usually asked in the examination. So I hope that you got this answer, right? 14, 7 from the mother, and of course 7 from the father, right over here in this particular way. Very good, everyone. It was an easy peasy now. Very good. Moving ahead to the next question, everyone. What changes occur, what changes are observed in the uterus if the fertilization does not take place? So we know that if the fertilization takes place in the sexual reproduction, we'll see the growth of the zygote, right? Zygote will be there, it will be growing into the embryo, right? And of course, it will be growing into the young one. Very good. Padmali, very good, very good. I think all of you are writing the correct answer over here. What will happen? The menstrual cycle will start. We know that the ovary will be releasing the egg and the egg will be moving into the fallopian tube or the oviduct. It will be moving into the fallopian tube. It will wait there for a while for the fertilization. If it's not there, the egg will be moving to the uterus. It will wait there for a while, and if there's no fertilization, the blood lining will shed itself, right? And it will be coming out of the body, right? And of course, we call this cycle as a menstrual cycle, and it occurs every month in the female's reproductive system. Very good, Sukhjot. Yes, the shedding of the endometrium lining. Very good. Yes. So it's a very easy and straightforward answer, right? So this is how you can write in the examination, that if the egg is not fertilized, the uterine wall will be shedding the lining, right? That will be coming out of the vagina as a blood and the mucus. The cycle takes place roughly every month, and we call it as the menstruation, right? We have these 2 marks over here. Easy. Next question, everyone. Here we have, moving to the next question. A little bit of shortage of time with us right over here. But you guys are giving right answers, right? It's for 2 marks. Question over 2 marks, right? It's super amazing that you guys have actually learned, you know, along with us, and you all are, you guys are answering the correct answer. Okay, moving ahead. Yes, okay. Oh, you are giving the answer. So mention the site and the product of the fertilization in flower. We are talking about the site and the product of the fertilization in flower. So of course, we have the answer over here. The site of fertilization in the flower is the ovary, and of course the product is the zygote. So in the ovary, we'll see the fertilization happening, right? And after the fertilization process, we'll get the formation of the zygote. We'll have 2 pollen grains, right? 2 male gametes. One will be fusing with the egg, and we'll see the formation of the zygote. One will be forming fusion, there will be the fusion with the polar nuclei. There are 2 nuclei there, and we'll see the formation of the endosperm. Right? Very good. So this is how you can write, and of course half and half marks. That's a part 1, right? That's this particular question has 2 parts. So that was a part 1. Now let's move to the part B, where we have to draw a neat label diagram of the pistil showing the pollen tube and its entry into the ovule. So over here we have, it's a very simple diagram, right? As you can see over here, we have the stigma. We'll be drawing the stigma, right? Yes, Sukhjot, just in case if the diagram comes, just in case. It's super easy. So we'll show the stigma, right? On top of it, we will show the pollen grain over here. Style, we can show the pollen tube. We can label it pollen tube. We have the ovary, and of course we can show the pollen tube over here entering into the ovule. Right, you can draw it very easily. It's such a very easy question. And of course this is how you will be drawing it, and of course you will be getting 2 marks. Easy, right? You can't draw the diagrams in the chat. That is for sure. I think Keshvi, yes, I think I've missed your question, but yeah, your friends are helping you. Yes, ovules will be becoming into the seeds. Very good, Yashar. Thank you for telling us that. We know that ovules will be turning into the seeds, and ovary will be becoming the fruit. This is important, very important. Moving away to the next question, moving ahead to the next question, we have part A. Mention the pathway of the sperm in the male reproductive system. Again, a very important question, right? Why pollination is called as double fertilization? Because no, why pollination? No. Pollination is a transfer of the pollen grains to the stigma. That is a pollination. We call it the fertilization that occurs in the flowers as a double fertilization because there are 2 fertilization happening. First, with the fusion of the male gamete with the egg, and there's one more fusion which happens, that is with the polar nuclei, right? We have it with the polar nuclei and the polar nuclei and the male gamete. Yes, everyone? Yes, everyone, are we clear? Yes, I can see your answers over there. Yes. Are we clear with this? So are we clear with the doubt of pollen double fertilization? Yes, right? We are clear with this? Very good, I can see that. Okay, now let's talk about this particular question. You're writing the answer in the chat box, so it's really very easy for me to answer. We're talking about the pathway of the sperm, and we know that there's a production of the sperms in the testis, right? From the testis, the sperms will be moving out with the from the testis to the epididymis, and from there to the vas deferens, then into the seminal vesicle, which is the accessory gland, along with another gland, which is the prostate gland. They'll be moving from these two glands and will be going to the urethra. So this is the pathway we have. A very easy pathway, right? I can see all of your answers over here. Very good. And over here we have it. And 1 marks will be awarded. Moving to the B part of the question, that mention the role of the scrotum in the production of the sperm. And what is the role of the scrotum? So yesterday also when we had the class discussion, I told you this is really very important, right? The scrotum actually help in maintaining the temperature for the sperm production. So we know that testes are present outside the body, right, of the males. They are below the abdomen cavity, right? Basically they're outside the abdomen cavity. They're outside in a sac-like structure called as a scrotum, and scrotum actually help in maintaining the temperature, that actually help in the production of the sperm. So here we have the answer. This is how you can, write the answer. The temperature is 2 degrees lower than the body temperature. So that's how you can frame your answer in this particular way. The scrotum provides a temperature of 2 degrees lower than the body temperature that actually help in the production of the sperm. And over here we have the 1 marks. Right? It's a very easy question. Very, very easy and straightforward question. And you know what, everyone, with this, we are done with our today's class. And over here we have today's homework. Right? Okay, Keshvi, you want me to explain it again? So we are discussing about the, very quickly, let's just go back. So testes help in the production. They are the primary organ that produces sperms. And testes are present in the scrotum, which is outside the body, in the, in the sac-like structure. And this actually provides us the lower temperature for the sperm production. So over here, everyone, we have this homework. Now once the class is done, write the homework question in the comment section below. This is important, everyone. I will be looking at the answers, and next class I'll be taking your name. Just a small incentive, like a small happy feel moment for all of us, right? So I would request all of you to write your answers, right? It just gives you a chance to frame your answer, that how you'll be writing in the examination. So after this class, after some time, take your time, think about the whole concept, and then write the answer. The question over here is that in the given figure, just match the part, right? You can mention about when you write in the comment section below, you can write that S part is what, P part is, R part is what, P is what, and Q is what. Very interesting. And then of course you can write what is placenta. You can describe its structure, how it looks, the disc-like structure, and it has villi, right, all of that. And then you can write it's a function, right? What is the function of it is in the case of a pregnant woman. Easy, right? Oh, I can see someone actually wrote the answer already. But you have to write not here, in the comment section below once the class is over. Yes? So I will be waiting for your answers, I'm telling you. Yes? Yes, we actually studied this, the human reproductive system in the previous class, that is yesterday. You can go on the channel. There is a one-shot video on the how do organisms reproduce. So we have discussed about the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. Very good, everyone. So on that note, I'll say bye-bye to you. Next time when we are meeting, we have a very interesting chapter. So start learning from now itself. Start reading now. On 9th Feb, when we'll be meeting, we'll be discussing about the heredity. Amazing thing is that we don't have to study about the evolution, just really focusing on the heredity. Okay? So I will be meeting you then on 9th of Feb at 6 p.m. Right? We got you covered. We have that trust, right? Before that, before you go, right, you can definitely try our amazing classes. Link is there in the description box. Manjeet will make sure that you will start loving Heredity. Yes? Awesome, everyone. So I will be meeting you next time, right? Get ready, everyone. I will be looking at the comments. Yes, that's why I took the names, right? I always read the answers. So I always read your chats also. So it's very fun, right? I actually know that you guys are paying attention to the class. So it's a good thing. Yes, Charvi, I'm with you. Heredity is definitely interesting. On that note, everyone, I'll say bye-bye to you. Take care of yourself. Lots of love from my side. I'll be waiting for you guys to come back and wait for me. Wait for an amazing session. I'll see you the next time, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night. Heart, each one of you. Lots of love.